Bolo bao, aka pineapple bun, is a classic Hong Kong pastry. You can find these in any bakeries in Hong Kong and actually in any Chinatowns around the world.
And despite its name, there's actually no pineapples in there.
It's just referring to the topping that supposedly look like pineapple skin.
I don't see it. I really don't see it. I'm like, okay, maybe, but no.
Do you see it? Let me know in the comments below. Usually these buns can be eaten by itself, or in the Hong Kong cha chan heng, which is like a diner, they would put a big slab of butter in there, like this big, like a centimeter thick. These are called bolo yao. And I think the most extravagant bolo yao that we've had was in Macau, where they put in
that was really good.
I didn't even explain what it is yet.
I know what you're gonna say.
I
know, because that's the best one we've ever had.
Where they put in a slab of foie gras inside instead of butter, and that is indulgent. So today we're gonna be making one of our favorites, which is bolo叉燒包. It's叉燒, which is Hong Kong style barbecue pork, stuffed inside a pineapple bun.
The叉燒 that we're using is from our first episode ever. It's the sous vide barbecue pork. If you haven't done so already, watch that video and please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell.
So the first thing that we need to do, which is kind of different from Western baking, we're going to make the tong zhong, which is kind of like a wet roux. This method is used in a lot of like westernized Chinese buns. So this wet roux keeps the moisture inside the bread, so it has a longer shelf life. And you can find a similar method in Japanese milk breads. That method is called utane method.
So you want to just heat the pan a little bit. We're going to add our bread flour and a little bit of water to get this going. This is on medium-low heat and just keep stirring.
It needs to be a gloopy paste consistency.
Yep, something like this.
Once that you reach that, you put it in the bowl and set it aside to cool it down.
Yeah, it's very important to cool this down, because if you don't cool this down, it's hot. You put it in the mixer with the yeast, it's going to kill all the yeast. The tong zhong is now nicely cooled. One thing you need to do is, and we forgot to mention this earlier, is to cover it. Otherwise it'll get dry and stuck. So let's get started with this. We're going to put in bread flour, sugar in on this side, yeast, and salt.
Now we add in the tong zhong. So what we made before, there might be a little bit extra, so make sure to measure it out before you add it in.
So the egg goes in.
Milk and heavy cream.
Speed 2. Now the next step is to add in the butter, the softened butter.
Make sure it's room temperature.
So we're going to throw those 2 pieces in. So the mixer's done. We're going to take this out. You have a nice little ball here. It's going to be a little sticky. It all comes out. We're going to try and get this into a ball, a nice smooth ball. So what we do is we roll it back and it's going to pull it tight. Okay, we give it a little turn, roll it back, and we just keep doing this till we have a nice ball going. Okay. So you want to maintain pressure on the bottom portion. It's nice and smooth now.
So we put it in a greased bowl.
Yep.
And let it rise for 45 minutes until it doubles in bulk.
And we should do that while it's covered.
While the dough is resting, we're going to make our barbecue pork filling. First, let's heat up the pan.
Yep.
We're going to cook down 1 whole onion diced. And make sure you cook the onion down till it's about transparent and aromatic before you add the barbecue pork. Otherwise, the barbecue pork would dry out before the onions are cooked.
And because the barbecue pork already cooked, sous vide to perfection. Don't forget that.
We have the barbecue pork, which we diced till it's about half a centimeter, 1 centimeter cubes. We have some oyster sauce, some dark soy to give it color, and quite a bit of sugar actually, because barbecue pork buns, the filling is usually quite sweet. And you make sure you mix all 3 of these together before you cook it, because if you don't do that, then it might burn some of the ingredients.
Okay.
So when that's ready, put it in a larger bowl. The next part is quite interesting. We're going to make a little roux, so let's add some oil in there first. Some all-purpose flour.
Once this goes in, we have to stir immediately.
So this acts as the thickener for the sauce.
Yeah, it's kind of like making a Western gravy, right?
Yep. This sauce mix that we did before, make sure you add the water in as well. Mix it all together. Mix it, Kevin.
So once we are about here, we're gonna just cook it down till it's nice and thick. It's almost there, as you can see.
When you're ready, then we put this inside the meat.
We're gonna mix it and make sure it's nicely incorporated.
So when this is done, you put it aside to cool because you can't use this hot filling in the dough, it'll kill the yeast.
The dough is done. So we're gonna take this out. I'm gonna weigh it because this recipe makes 10, so I'm just gonna divide it evenly for 10. So 560.
So 56
So 56 grams each. All right, so we're gonna push the air out. Okay, we're gonna bring it back. Back to more of the original size. So we're gonna break off and then we're gonna make this 56 grams each. Pretty close. So we do the same thing we did before. All right, so we got them back up to this size. We're gonna put them onto our tray.
So we have to proof this again for another 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, and if you don't have one of those silicone sheets, you can just use parchment paper.
Just gonna use a sheet pan and cover it on top. All right, onto the pineapple topping.
The part that doesn't make sense.
No, this is the best part. So we have some melted butter. We're actually doubling the recipe because we are making extra batches for ourselves. And we promised some other people some叉燒菠蘿包.
To make this show, we call in a lot of favors, so we have to pay people back.
Yes.
And most of them, we pay back in food. That's how it works.
We're gonna add our liquid ingredients in first. So we have the vanilla extract, our whisked egg.
Butter. Sugar.
So normally this would be made with lard. We're using butter instead. For Chinese baking, they use this thing called 炒粉.
It already sounds bad.
炒 is smelly, so smelly powder, but it's actually just ammonia powder. I've never tried this stuff before. I don't know if it actually smells.
Yeah.
It's actually a very difficult ingredient to find. So instead we're gonna use baking soda and baking powder.
So next we're going to add the dry ingredients together. This is cake flour. We're gonna put baking soda, and now we put in our baking powder.
Healthy pinch of salt.
All right, and now this all folds into there.
You want to mix this until it's a dough-like consistency. It's actually quite heavy.
We're gonna cover it up. The next part is to put in the fridge. It's gonna take about 30 minutes to an hour. You don't want to use this until it is completely chilled. Otherwise, it's just gonna fall apart when you try and put it onto your bun.
So our buns have risen, and now we'll roll it out.
The edges should be thinner than the middle, okay? And the reason why we do this is because if once we fold it, if the edges are thick like the middle, one side is gonna be really, really, really thick. So now for the hard part. Place a good amount of filling in the middle of the bun, but make sure to avoid the edges because the oil will make it almost impossible to close. Pull together the opposite edges and pinch together. Go around the bun, pulling and pinching the opposite ends until it's closed. Push the filling down if required. Pinch it off and roll it into a ball. I've rolled them all. Some of them might work, some of them might not work. But you can tell we were not pro because we still have some leftovers in here. But it's okay, we have a second batch, so we'll use it in that. Basically, do as much as you can. Okay, if you're not confident, put less. If you're confident, put a little more. Don't go too chintz, but you know, it's all good. This is a pineapple topping that we put into the fridge. Okay, so we're gonna roll this out. We're going to now cut them up into smaller bits and roll them up into nice circles and place them on top. So the easiest way to do this is over a saran wrap. We put it down, we make the ball, we squeeze it out, we just flip it on top, and that's it.
For this size, we did about 30 grams.
Yep, the pineapple tops are on. The trick is not to make them too thin and have a little bit of crust there. So the next step, I'm going to score them a little bit. Okay, I'm using the back of a knife. I'm just going to give it a little, what is this? Hashtag or pound key.
This is the pineapple shape.
It also works if you don't score it. It'll just break however it wants to break, but this allows it to break on the lines.
You should put knots and crosses.
What do you call it?
Knots and crosses?
That's weird. I've never heard of that.
What do you call it?
X's and O's?
Knots and crosses.
What's a nut?
Knot is knot O.
I've never heard of that. Has anyone else ever heard of knots and crosses?
And then this is a very important step. Don't forget to put an egg wash on it. Otherwise, it would not turn out right. Preheat your oven to convection at 365 degrees Fahrenheit.
And if you don't have a convection oven, then 375 on non-convection. We're going to put this in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how big you made your buns. You'll know they're done when the tops are nice and cracked and golden brown. Should we try one?
Yeah. I'm waiting for it.
It's pretty crusty. It's nice and golden brown.
Do you see the pineapple shape?
I don't see a pineapple shape here, guys. Give this an open.
Ooh.
My skill level is not that high. I would have liked more stuffing.
This is quite full already.
But it's not bad. It's not bad for an amateur.
All right, bun cheers.
Bun cheers. The crust formed really nicely.
It tastes like an almond cookie on top, right? The pork is very flavorful.
Yeah.
Is it worth the effort?
Yeah, definitely worth the effort. Because I know what goes into it now. The reason why it's not completely like bright red because there's no food coloring inside.
And the bun itself is very soft as well.
That's probably from the tangzhong. This is our barbecue pork bun. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. And check the descriptions for more details.
Pineapple bun. Why?
Stand closer to the table. I'll take a step back.
No, that would make me fatter.
Oh, sorry. I take a step closer. You take a step back.
What the hell?